Who's the toughest guy you ever played against?
Allen Iverson was just really, there was a game where he dropped 44 on me in Philadelphia. There was a game in New Jersey where Marbury dropped 50 on me. There was a game where Arenas had 60.
Do I hear 70?
Carmelo Anthony's always tough for me to deal with. Durant's always tough to deal with. There's a lot of guys, but the guy that always gave me the most problems actually was Tracy McGrady.
This is Kobe Bryant, a relentless competitor whose talent, ethics, and mentality revolutionized basketball. 5-time champion, 18-time, Red one of the greatest players to ever grace the court, he forged his legacy with an uncompromising pursuit of greatness and a Mamba mentality, a philosophy that motivated millions to push beyond their limits. However, throughout his career, he competed with many legends. 6 players stood out as his toughest rivals. Let's analyze Kobe's rivalry stories to see exactly why these encounters left an indelible mark. Allen Iverson, the answer that haunts. 6 feet tall, he played with a toughness that baffled even the best defenders, including an expert like Kobe Bryant. Kobe openly confessed during an interview.
You were as a player, and how big of a problem you were for defenses. I'm happy for him.
Kobe found defending Iverson to be psychologically and physically taxing, similar to chasing a shadow. In the early 2000s, when Iverson was playing for the Philadelphia 76ers at his best, their games were the stuff of basketball legends. Every superstar respected Iverson because of his ability to divide defenses, freeze opponents with a single crossover, and confidently drain shots. Despite his own outstanding play, Kobe was clearly angry after Iverson scored 40 points in a single duel against the Lakers during the 2002 season. It was a pivotal moment in Iverson's career that demonstrated his capacity to step up and light up the scoreboard. But more than his dexterity and ability to score goals, Iverson's tenacity and resolve won Kobe's admiration. During every possession, Iverson played like a warrior, overcoming both personal and physical obstacles. Kobe famously referred to Iverson as the hardest guard he had ever faced, saying that his unwavering determination and work ethic compelled him to improve his defensive play each and every time they faced off. Iverson was the most deft scorer, but their games were very different. Although Kobe depended on accuracy and footwork, they had one thing in common: an unwavering quest for excellence. Iverson was more than simply a rival to Kobe. He was a test that honed his abilities and stretched his boundaries. A nightmare, a riddle. The solution would not be solved. The erratic force, Stephon Marbury. He was one of the most thrilling players to watch in the late 1990s and early 2000s because of his daring passes, electrifying drives, and spectacular handles. Stephon was different from the many excellent guards Kobe faced. Kobe gave a wonderful description of him in an interview. Anywhere, Stephon may cause you harm. He was lively and erratic. He would dissect your defense if you weren't careful. Their encounters weren't merely contests. The chess games were played at breakneck speed. Because of Stephon's inventiveness, Kobe was always forced to think creatively and modify his defense to keep up with the guard's rapid moves. One fight in 2001 in particular is noteworthy. With a spectacular 30-point performance, Stephon almost outscored Kobe when he arrived at Staples Center. As Stephon completed almost impossible plays, the audience sensed the stress, and Kobe had to use more of his tactics to keep speed. However, Stephon's expertise was never the only thing that set him apart. It was his attitude. He approached each game as though it were a contest to establish his value, like there was something to prove all the time. Kobe never forgot the intensity Stephon brought to every game, even though his NBA career didn't reach the heights some had anticipated. At one point, Kobe claimed to have every tool. He had the potential to be the greatest. His conflicts with Kobe went beyond simple games. They were an exhibition of unadulterated skill contrasted with strict discipline. Despite his career's ups and downs, Stefan's ability to take on the league's top players solidified his status as one of Kobe's most formidable opponents. Stefan, a real unpredictable force, and Gilbert Arenas, the silent assassin, were constantly brought up when Kobe discussed players who had pushed him. On the court, Gilbert exuded a certain atmosphere. Calm, but nevertheless quite dangerous. Kobe dubbed Gilbert the quiet assassin because he could take down defenses with little effort. Bigger names frequently overshadowed his scoring prowess. However, there was no doubt on the hardwood. His firepower is unstoppable. Every possession he had at his height was a landmine just waiting to go off. Gilbert had an unstoppable presence. Whether it was a deep three that seemed to defy logic, or a daring drive that went right to the core of defenders. "He's got ice water in his veins," Kobe said, admiring how nothing appeared to bother him. No hesitation, no fear. Their game versus the Lakers at Staples Center in December 2006 was the most memorable part of their rivalry. Gilbert went all out that night, scorching Kobe and the Lakers for an incredible 60 points. It wasn't only the figures, it was the way Gilbert effortlessly outplayed every defensive strategy, leaving the audience in disbelief and even Kobe himself baffled. When Kobe thought back on the performance, he acknowledged that he felt unstoppable from any position on the court. Simply put, he missed. The respect they established for one another was evident, even though their head-to-head matches lacked the excitement of some of Kobe's rivalries. Kobe didn't just admire Gilbert for his scoring ability. He valued Gilbert's composure, his knack for thriving under pressure, and his grit to lead. Their battles represented pure basketball magic. Moments when the spotlight shined brightest, and Gilbert was a reminder to Kobe that even the greats had rivals who could go toe-to-toe with them. Carmelo Anthony, the mid-range maestro, with a lethal mid-range game and an uncanny ability to create space. Anthony was one of Kobe's biggest challenges, a force that demanded respect. Kobe once said, "When Melo is locked in, there's no stopping him." The world of him prior to my experience with him and playing with him, even more so. He just works extremely hard and competes. And, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him to be in this position. He plays at his own pace, and even the best defenders struggle to disrupt him. Their battles in the playoffs were nothing short of fireworks, particularly during the 2009 Western Conference Finals when Anani's Denver Nuggets faced Kobe's Lakers. Melo didn't just compete, he thrived under pressure. His ability to challenge Kobe on every possession, whether posting up or firing fadeaways, pushed Kobe to dig deep into his bag of tricks to respond. His footwork was incredible. It matched mine step for step, Kobe reflected. And that fadeaway, man, it felt unguardable. Off the court, Kobe admired Anani's basketball IQ, calling him a pure scorer with the heart of a champion. Melo's strength and precision made every matchup a chess game of offensive brilliance. While their rivalry remained competitive, Kobe always respected the fact that Anani's scoring ability wasn't just numbers. It was poetry. Carmelo doesn't just score. He makes it look easy. That's what sets him apart, Kobe admitted. Melo was a player who reminded Kobe of his own dedication to the craft of scoring. Their duels were a testament to Anani's ability to elevate himself into conversations of greatness. And for Kobe, those battles were as rewarding as the wins themselves. Kevin Durant, a 7-foot sniper, KD possessed the finesse and skill of a guard, combined with the reach and power of a center. Kobe had immense respect for KD's abilities, often calling him a matchup nightmare that no one had answers for. Facing KD wasn't just hard, it was exhausting. His quick release, unguardable shooting range, and ability to finish at the rim left defenders scrambling. Kobe once admitted, interview 808,
basketball at a really high level that Kevin Durant will read the story and pick up something from. If we don't do that, we are not doing our jobs.
KD was one of the few players in history who could truly do it all because of his versatility. Dominate fast breaks, score in the paint, and make three-pointers from unachievable angles. Although the two have fought in epic clashes, their 2012 matchup stands out as especially memorable. That night, KD dominated the Lakers with 33 points, displaying his incredible ability to create shots and remain composed under duress. Kobe, who took great satisfaction in playing lockdown defense, praised KD's exceptional ability to float past opponents with ease. "KD's game is pure artistry," Kobe said following the match. "You are aware of what he will do, but will you stop him? That's a different matter entirely." For Kobe, KD stood for basketball's future, a player who elevated the game to new heights with his stature, skill, and intelligence. Kobe felt that KD was destined to lead the NBA for many years to come because of his unrivaled work ethic and desire for excellence. Competition was never the only factor in their conflicts. The basketball community was in awe of those performances. Kobe witnessed the game's growth in KD, a sniper who can control the situation at will. The easy scorer, Tracy McGrady. Tracy was 6'8" and had guard-like talents. He had a scoring style that left even the greatest defenses in disbelief. It wasn't ostentatious, but because it appeared so easy. Kobe was compelled to commend Tracy's performance. T-Mac simply made it appear simple. He wouldn't have any trouble scoring goals whenever he wanted. In a 2010 interview, Kobe remarked, "No matchup was as frustrating and inspiring for Kobe as taking on Tracy when he was at his best." The T-Mac was an issue, someone with the ability to make buckets from anywhere on the court. His versatility and inventiveness made him nearly indestructible, whether it was a strong drive to the rim, a deep jumper, or a fluid fadeaway. Tracy was seen by Kobe as a gifted individual with unrealized potential who contributed more than simply skill to the game. Among their most recognizable encounters occurred in 2003 when Tracy almost scored 40 points in a backy. Encounters occurred in 2003 when Tracy almost scored 40 points in a back-and-forth contest to scorch the Lakers. During those moments, Kobe realized he was up against more than just a talented opponent. He was facing a rival who reflected his own fierce competitiveness. Kobe said, "You felt like you were playing against yourself sometimes," implying that their clashes were explosive and akin to mental chess. Even though injuries ended Tracy's career, Kobe always appreciated what T-Mac offered on the court. He was the type of player who epitomized excellence, a deserving opponent who pushed Kobe's boundaries and made an impact. He was the epitome of talent and the art of dominance without effort.
Push the recruitment. You want first place, come play with me. You want second place, go somewhere else.
Were never the only reason Kobe respected these 6 players. They made him hone his skills and push himself to the utmost. His amazing career was defined by each rivalry, which left behind tales that his admirers will never forget. These players deserve to be in the center of one of the most competitive teams in basketball history, as well as in basketball lore. Okay, that's it for today. Remember to click subscribe, and I'll see you in the next